Hey everyone, we're a little early. I know I said I was going to come on about 6:30, so we're just running about 6 o'clock here. But if any of you know, I have 3 little boys, and so we roll with it. So right now everybody's still sleeping. Thank goodness. Everybody's still sleeping. Well, they're moving, but so I'm taking this opportunity to come to you a little bit early. And that'll kind of be the way it'll run as we move forward. I'll do my best to give y'all some times, but it'll kind of be what we can. So while I'm waiting for everybody to get on here, and I'm actually going to go in and share the video really fast. I'm going to go ahead and put my face primer on, my Glorious Touch face primer, because it does sit on and acclimate for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on while we're getting ready. So I just use a pea size. But again, you guys know your skin, you know what you need. So I just say use what you gotta, but at the same time, you don't want a lot because you don't want it to be oily and you don't want excess product sitting on your skin. So I just put it all over my face. And then while we're getting set up here, I'm gonna let it sit on for about 5 minutes. So again, Glorious Touch face primer. While we're getting started, so today I'm starting my new live series of Wake Up and Makeup on Wednesday mornings. So drop a comment, just say hey, let me know you're here, and then use the hashtag WMWM. So wake up and makeup Wednesday morning. And let me know that you're here. If you do catch this later because it is 6 o'clock in the morning, drop the hashtag replay as well. Got the coffee, getting that pumping through the system as well. It's so funny to jump on here and did that stop my live? Okay, I don't think it did. So my alarm just went off. My normal alarm. I got up at 5:30 with Will's alarm, and I told Will, I was like, I said, we're gonna switch alarms this morning. I'm gonna get up at 5:30 and do my start, and then you can get up at 6 and do your start. So yeah, hold on, I'm sharing my timeline. What is everybody up to today? What is on everybody's agenda today to do? I don't think we have anything on our agenda tonight. Y'all, I can't think and type at the same time. Okay, there we go. Nothing on the agenda tonight. It's Wednesday, so we're pretty chill, I think. There's not a lot going on Wednesday nights. So, my husband has to study for a test that he's taking tomorrow, and he said last night, we were laying in bed watching TV, and he's like, honey, will you help me study for my test? I was like, that sounds absolutely horrible. That sounds like the worst possible plan. But we do it, right? Right, wives? We do it. We do what we're supposed to. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about while I'm waiting for my face primer to go on is I dropped a comment last night that I got my new Rachel Hollis book, Girl, Stop Apologizing. I cannot wait to read this. And I know it sounds so corny to even say it, but Girl, Wash Your Face changed my life. I'm not even gonna lie. I loved it. I love the way she talks. She reminds me a lot of myself in the way we dialogue and the way we talk during the day. And so it was really amazing to kind of read that book. And it was I was in a really bad place. So it was nice to have that refresher, be like, no, this is stupid. We're going to move on. So I'm super, super, super excited to read this book. And I'm actually going to put it ahead of my other books. But I want to show you guys what I have in my work bag right now. Because I commented last night that I've got 5 books in my work bag right now. And that is not a lie. It is not a lie. So I kind of go back and forth between girly self-help books, and then I also am really, really infatuated with learning more about marketing myself, branding myself. As you all know, obviously, I'm a unique presenter. I'm also a 31 consultant, and I have been for 6 years. I absolutely love it. And I love the idea of multiple multiple income sources. I know I've read in newer places. It's always good to have that is not fantastic, but we're going to put it aside because we're going to do our makeup. But anyways, okay. So I kind of balance between like the self-help girly books and then more network marketing and stuff like that. So right now in my bag, I'm starting the You Are a Badass series. So this is one of the books I have in my, I don't know if you can see it. You Are a Badass. There's 3 books in this series. This is the first one that I grabbed. So this is one of the ones that's in my bag. I also have Go Pro with Eric War. He is amazing. So amazing. He does a lot of work with Younique, and so I've been able to go through a lot of his training courses through Younique, and he's just highly inspirational and like very intelligent. He has lots of knowledge of just kind of like, you know, common sense type things like, ladies, come on, anybody actually, we can do this. You can do this. It's not a hard concept. I also have Social Media Marketing, No Clue. I loved this book because she has it broken down by each format. And so it really kind of helped me learn how to target each format, because I'm not like, I kind of get into my rut and I just stick with Facebook. Like that's it easy. It's easy. It comes natural. But I've been really wanting to branch out into like Pinterest and use it more for a business aspect instead of just pinning crafts that my husband has to make for me. Right. Okay, I can't handle that. Something's got to go down. I can't have my face so like, so exposed. Anyways, so I've been kind of branching out in that different way. And then I also have the Pinterest Power, which I have not broke this one out yet, but so that's kind of where I'm at, ladies. I'm just a wide variety of weird stuff. But so right now I have my self-help book is You Are a Badass, but obviously this is going to trump that for sure. And then some of my network marketing and business tools that I absolutely love. So invest in yourself. And then some of the other books that I have kind of in the back that are getting ready to be read are the rest of the You Are a Badass series. Very excited about this. I've heard lots of great things about this series, so I'm very excited to read this. I also grabbed, the other day, Target had a buy 2 get 1 free. And so I ended up getting this one, Dare to Lead, which I think is kind of cool. It gives you, it's not just in network marketing. It's just in general, like learning how to be true to yourself and to be compassionate with others and things like that. So rock your network marketing business. I told you, girls, I got it all. And then of course, Girl Wash Your Face. This one almost always is in my book, my bag, because I like to go back and read some of the sections that I've highlighted because I highlighted them for a reason. I'm a highlighter. Are you guys a highlighter? Do you guys highlight your books? Do you when you're reading books, do you highlight? That's part of the reason why I prefer hard copies, because I am a highlighter. I'm a total highlighter. I like to mark and kind of bend the pages and come back when I'm kind of feeling a little like blah and be like, hey, I remember that quote from that book. I need to go back and read it and remember what was going on. So we're going to bust out the makeup now. So I've already done my Glorious Touch face primer. I let it sit on for 5 minutes while we were chatting and getting set up. You want to let it sit on for a good 5 minutes so that it gets acclimated and really gets into your, helps seal those pores and gives you a fresh finish. So got that on. I also this morning, while I was in the shower, and of course I'm not coming to you live with that stuff, ladies. I always in the morning start with my Uology cleanser. And then I go on and use my Uology serum. And then I finish off. Sometimes I'll spray it with a rose water. If my face is feeling really dry and dull, I'll spray it with rose water. I didn't this morning, partly because I forgot. And then you got the Uology Day Moisturizer, or at night I do the Uology night cream. But I have noticed a huge difference with this regimen. Well, first of all, I didn't have a regimen before. It was my skin was not top priority, and that's silly. It's the number 1 biggest organ in our body. Like, we need to be loving this stuff for sure. So I love these items because they have boosters that you can put in to create your own skincare for what your skin needs, what your face needs. And I love that. I love that, you know, my skin is not the same as my neighbor or my best friend or my mom or my sister or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I don't have a sister, but you know what I mean. So it's really nice because it does help you. That's why it's Youology. So this is my Ashleyology set. So that is what I started with this morning. I went ahead and did all of that prior to coming in on the camera because, again, you want it to acclimate. You want it to dry before you put on the next layer. And so I did all that before I came on. So then when we did the Glorious Touch Face Primer, a pea size will do it. You'll know your skin. If your skin needs a little bit more, go for it. But you also don't want to overdo it. You don't want it to be too much to where it's on your skin and it's heavy. Let that sit on for about 5 minutes so it acclimates with your skin. And I need some coffee in my life. Let it soak into your skin. So first we're going to go in with our Liquid Touch Mineral foundation. I wear Velour. In the winter, you could probably shade down a little bit, but I have been doing a little bit of self-tanner so that I'm not as pale, because as you can see, I'm really pale. You're going to want to shake it because it is a mineral, so you want to shake it really good. I squeeze out the dropper. Since it's a mineral, it does separate. Now, there's multiple different ways to apply this. You can take our liquid foundation concealer brush and put 4 to 5 drops around that circle area and then put it on your face and dab it in. For me, that's not the technique that I prefer, so I don't do that. I will show you the technique I use. So I take my Liquid Touch, I just put a little drop on my finger, and I just start putting it on my face where I would want my concealer or my foundation to be for coverage. Very simple, nothing, we're not making it pretty by any means. We'll get to the pretty part, right, ladies? We'll get to the pretty part. Now, this is a very, very lightweight product, very lightweight product. It goes on creamy, as you can see, but it dries matte. It dries very, very smooth. And I know that with a lot of the folks that I've worked with, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how light it is. It is very light, very light. So I take a blending bud. Mine needs to be washed, as you can see. Blending bud, just cheap old. I got this one at Target. You can get them at Walmart. You can get them anywhere. And then I spray them with my Behold setting spray. Because when you're working with a blending bud, you do not want it to be dry. You want it to be damp so that it doesn't absorb any of your product. So we're just going to do this, and bear with me, ladies. So we just are dabbing that foundation into our face. You know, honestly, it kind of gives you a nice little face massage while you're at it. I'm just dabbing it into my face all over where I want it to be, blending it in. This is the technique that I have found that I like the best. It gives me a very nice full coverage without being cakey, and it blends well. It doesn't give me lines or any streak marks from the brush. So this is the technique that I prefer the best. Just kind of working it around my face. Again, I'm tapping, you know, I'm not hurting myself by any means. It feels really good, actually. I'm just giving myself a nice little, like, wake-up call. Blending it a little bit into my cheek, or into my chin, excuse me. Okay. Let me check my mirror. Yeah. So we're completely blended. See? Blended. Whoop, whoop. I personally like to go and put a little bit more on my cheek, and that's one thing that I do love about this liquid foundation is that it is technically a medium coverage, but it is buildable. So you can always add more into areas that you want a little bit more coverage. Keep in mind though, anytime you add more product, you have that ability to go too far and make it cakey. So just use it sparingly, build it slowly so that you know and get the coverage that you really need. So again, I'm just going to do the same technique, blending that in. Again, if you are joining us, drop a hey and the hashtag WMWM for Wake Up and Makeup on Wednesday mornings. If you're catching this on a replay because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and not everybody likes to function at 6 a.m. or you have to be getting yourself or your kiddos ready, drop hashtag replay. All right, so that was our Liquid Touch foundation. Next, so I've got my mirror set up over here, but all my makeup is behind my mirror, so I'm kind of pulling and pushing. Next, I'm going to do my concealer. We have multiple different concealer options. We have our Mineral Touch concealer that is totally opaque and will completely cover all dark circles. It's also really great for covering scars, bruises, tattoos, any of that kind of stuff. But for this morning, I'm actually going to be using my contouring stick, which we do not carry. However, our brand new foundation stick would be perfect for this. So I'm going to be using the light contouring stick, putting it in a V pattern under my eyes. You don't want to do just like that because it won't blend correctly. You want to bring that down a little bit into a V so that it highlights that whole area and really makes your eyes pop. Again, I'm using our contouring stick. It is retired, but our new foundation stick is perfect. So shade down 2 to 3 shades of your natural foundation shade for a concealer, and then shade up 2 or 3 shades for a contour, and we'll get into the contour in just a second. I'm going to do the same thing I do with my foundation, spray my bud, dab it off a little bit, and then I kind of pinch it so it's a little bit more defined. And I just go in here and I'm just going to blend that concealer right into, this one I'm not dabbing as hard as I was on my foundation because I'm not trying to necessarily break capillaries in my eyes. I'm just blending it. That's all I'm doing. So I do this one a little bit lighter and bringing that down and nice. See how it made that eye area a lot brighter and it totally popped that area. Now, we're going to go into contouring now. Again, I'm using my contouring stick. Again, it's retired, but if I have some, the foundation sticks coming, shade up 2 to 3 shades, darker for a contour, shade down 2 or 3 shades for a concealer. You can also use the foundation stick for an actual foundation. So you just want to color match your foundation. I can definitely help with that. And then we can fluctuate for contouring and concealing. So I'm going to use this. I do a little bit right here on my bridge of my or on the sides of my nose because I want to make my nose a little bit smaller. I personally like a dark contour. Some people don't. You can definitely go a little bit lighter if you want to be shaded down a little bit. But again, you're going to make your duck face, define your cheekbone, and then you're just going to make a line. All right. Now, I'm going to go in with my powder concealer brush. If you don't have this guy, you need it. It's amazing. And I just kind of buff out these areas where I have my concealer or my contour, blending it in to make my nose nice and skinny. And then same here. I just do light buff circles to blend that right in. Again, I like a dark contour, so you can always go lighter. And I even, because that's not dark enough for me, I'm actually going to go in with my Beachfront bronzer. This is in shade Malibu. It has a matte side and a shimmer side, so you can really get that nice golden feel. I'm actually going to go in with one of my Boho Boss Babe brushes. This one has kind of a contour point it goes up to, and I just kind of blend it right in the middle. Just dab it right in the middle. I blow it off a little bit because I like to kind of build that coverage instead of having to like fix it later. So again, I'm going right with where I had that line. Blending it down into that jawline or that cheek line and up into my hairline. And then I even go up here and I define my forehead a little bit. I have a big forehead, and especially today since I'm wearing my hair back, I want to kind of define that cheek line. I bring it down into that kind of a C pattern into my cheeks, and then I'll even go through and do my jawline. To really skinny out my face. Okay, so I've got my bronzer on there, and then I actually like to go in and I add a little bit of our Moodstruck blusher. This is in shade Seductive, but I also have Sweet. I'm gonna use Sweet today. This is the old one. This is our new packaging. Same product, just a new packaging. This is in Sweet, and so I'm actually going to use Sweet today. It's a little bit lighter. I'll show you the difference. So, well, they don't look overly different, but Sweet and Seductive. Seductive is a little bit darker. So I'm actually going to go in with Sweet this morning, and I'm going to take just another blush brush. And again, really blowing it off because they are highly pigmented. You don't want a lot. And I'll actually start up here and I just kind of bring that down on my cheekbone a little bit. If you're jumping on, say hi. Drop the hashtag WMWM for Wake Up and Makeup on Wednesday mornings. We're just doing our blusher. Now, don't freak out because if it looks overly like prominent, we're going to go in and fix that in just a minute. So again, this is our Moodstruck pressed blusher in the shade Sweet. I brought that from my hairline down onto my cheekbone. And then I did my bronzer at my cheek line, kind of up into my cheekbone. Okay, next we are going to take our Mineral Touch pressed powder. And I like to use just a big brush. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to put my powder where I didn't put a contour or a concealer. And just kind of finish off that look. To me, it just kind of seals it. I don't like to have a very dewy finish personally. And then I'm actually going to go through and do my cheeks and just use like a very kind of little product and kind of blend those two together, my blusher and my bronzer. So see, it already looks a little bit more natural. Bring it down on your chin. Okay, and again, that was the, oh my goodness. That was the powder. Folks, the struggle is real at 6 o'clock in the morning, obviously. My nose is running. Oh. Ugh. I've got a hair in my mouth. I think it was mine, so that's a little less disgusting. Okay, oh, now my nose is all messed up because I had to blow my nose. Okay, we did our face. Now we are going to move on to our brows. And ladies, now that I have found my brow palette, this is probably my favorite thing to do in the mornings. Before, I used to dread brows, but I love our brow palette and it works so well. I love doing them this morning. Okay, so I'm taking a spoolie. I just go in and I kind of brush my natural brows kind of up and into the shape that I'm going to accentuate. Now, we've been putting foundation on, we've been putting bronzer on, we've been putting powder on. So, you know, we kind of want to just go back in and we want to reopen those brows. We want to get them nice and kind of free-flowing because they're kind of pushed down and matted down from our foundation. So, we're going to use our Moodstruck Brow Obsession Palette. This is in brunette. I have a dark base. So, my natural hair color is a brunette. I know, mind-boggling, right? So I'm I have the brunette palette. I'm super excited because I have an order coming and it has my new brow brush in it. I would love it to get here sooner rather than later because I'm not overly fond of the one that I've been using. So I might have to track that today and see where it's at. Okay, so right now I'm just using this very Tarte brush that I have. I mean, shape-wise, it's actually pretty decent, but the bristles itself are not fantastic. So, and I just go in and I kind of just push it into shape. So it's nice and really taut. I'm going to go in with the dark powder and I just tap. I don't really brush or swipe or anything. I'm just tapping back and forth between the dark shade and the gel. The gel helps it glide on a little bit easier and it also helps it stay. So, it's definitely a handy product. I'm going to jump over here to my mirror. I hope I can stay in frame in the process. I'll try and hold my mirror up, but I don't want to like block it either. Okay, so I'm sorry guys, this is really not going to be easy. So we're going to start kind of right in this area. We don't want to go all the way over. We're just going to glide and shape the bottom of that brow. See, it just slides on, totally simple, super easy. You're going to want to go, the end of your brow should stop right here. Hi, what's up? Love you, have a good day. See you in like an hour because we work together. Okay, so we got that. We'll fix that. That went out a little bit far. Don't worry about it. Everything's fixable. Again, I'm kind of coming in, just tapping and tapping back and forth. And then we're going to go up here. I can't do it on the phone. I'm sorry, ladies. I just can't. Okay. So we're going to go at the top of our brow. Again, not all the way over. And we're going to follow that natural brow line with our natural arch. Again, we're going to have to clean this up. Hey everybody, if you're jumping on, drop a hey, let me know you're here. Hashtag WM for wake up and makeup on Wednesday mornings. Okay, so now we're gonna go, now that we got that lined, which again, we're gonna fix it. Just gonna go in and we're just gonna kind of gently just fill it in. We're just gonna fill it in, we're gonna color. Not going all the way over to the edge because you want that area over there to be the lightest, most natural looking. So I'm just taking this and I'm just filling in where we drew, right? Okay, I gotta fix this because it's already driving me crazy because I know this is not my natural brow. Making me crazy, folks. I keep looking at it going, that is not right. So I just clean it up. Super easy. I just take a really nice fine brush and just swipe it through and clean it up. Super simple. Voila. Already better, right? Okay, so that we outlined it. Ooh, well, let's probably not leave that like that. Okay, that's better. Okay. So we used our darker shade with the gel to do the outlining. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm just going to tap into this lighter shade. I'm not using the gel for this one. I'm just going to go in at the edge of my brow and I'm just going to start doing light sweeps to finish out that brow, blending it into the other. All right. So now we got it totally blended, right? Now we're gonna go back in and do the same thing, just clean up. I feel like every time I do my brows online, they don't look right, so I apologize. And this is my good brow. This is the one that, in theory, behaves. In theory. But even good kids do behave badly some days, huh? Okay, so now we're going to go back in with, I like to use our cream shadow brush, and I dip it into this highlighter color. And that's what I use to kind of go back and really create a taunt brow line. It also creates a highlight to kind of accentuate those brows and make them really pop. So again, we're just going through and we're just kind of cleaning up our brows, taking that highlighter and making our brows really taunt and crisp and just accentuated. So now, bear with me, I'm going to do the other brow really fast. Again, this is not my good brow, so it takes me a minute. The one thing to know about pretty much anything with makeup, it's not permanent. We can fix everything. Everything is fixable. I promise. It's not hard to fix. So we're just getting this brow on here really fast. La, la, la. Just cleaning it up. Now, we got that shaped. We're going to go back and we're going to do our cleanup. Again, I like that this has a highlighter with it because you can just go back and make that line super crisp. So if you do have like a false hair in one of your brushes that makes it a little bit wild or whatever, you can always take this highlighter and just really clean it up and create a nice taunt brow. And I love that. Again, I'm just kind of taking my liquid foundation brush, and there's probably a little bit of foundation in here still from when I used it last. And so I'm just kind of using it to blend out and buff out when I get extra stuff out there. So now that we have our brows on, I go back in with my spoolie and I kind of just brush up those natural brows again, bringing them back up into place. You know, with that gel on there, it's going to keep the color in place, but you also don't want it to keep your natural brows down. So again, that was a Moodstruck Obsession palette. And that's our brows. Now we're going to do our eyes, and I'm going to bust out my eye primer. This is a very nice pearlized item. It's very thin, very lightweight. It matches everybody's skin tone. I use a very tiny dab, and I just actually like dab it into my eyelid, getting it nice and covered. It's not sticky. It's very lightweight, very fine, and I just put it on my eyelid. This is going to help keep your eyes primed, obviously. For your shadow, it's going to help your shadow last all day. It's going to prevent it from creasing. It's going to keep your pigments nice and prominent, making everything look really nice. So today, I'm not going overly fancy today. We're just going to do a basic look. I had to find the palette that I want to work with though first. Ladies, I'm not sure what I want to do with my face today. I think I'm going to bring out my Addiction palette too. This is my go-to. I use it all the time. As you can see, I love this palette. I like the tones that are in it. I always like to start with, hold on. I got to put some of my brushes away. I've got too many laying in front of me and they're starting to get in the way. All right. Okay. Now, I start with a full base. So I will take my blending brush. I love this brush. And I'm just going to go into Blissful, which is my sparkly color that I use all the time. This one here. And I just like to brush it in a circle motion across my entire eyelid. I don't really, nothing perfect. Just get it brushed on my eyelid. It gives me that base. and it helps me to naturally blend while I'm applying my other colors. And again, we're just going to go with kind of a basic look today. Nothing's going to be like super fancy. Fancy will come on Sassy Saturday, so join me on Saturday when I go live again. Okay, so now I'm going to take just a regular brush, I guess, and I'm going to go into Honorable, this brown color here, tap off my brush, and I just start in my outer corner, and I just circle up into that crease line. I like to bring it a little bit up into my upper lid area, just to kind of blend it all in. I'm not going all the way across because I want that inner corner to be more bright and pop my eye. So I just actually take it and I just twirl it right into that crease area. And again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in that crease area. We're going to do the same thing on this side. I like to go into the inner corner or the outer corner first, blending up into that crease area. I bring it up onto my lid a little bit. Back and forth. I do not go all the way into my inner corner. Again, just back and forth. Building that color until it's something that you're confident with. Nothing too fancy. Okay. How are we on time? My kiddos are going to be waking up here pretty soon. Okay, 6:30. So we're doing okay. Now I'm going to actually do a little bit darker crease. I'm going to take a little finer brush, and I'm actually going to go into this dark color here. I'm just tapping because we don't want a lot. And I'm just going to go back and forth in my crease, creating a cut crease. It creates definition in my eye. Just right tight into that crease line. Not blending it up, not blending it down, just straight into that crease line. Back and forth. Okay. Voila, we have a little cut crease going on. Now, I'm going to take another brush that's a little bit cleaner. And I'm going to really make my eyes kind of like pop this morning. And I'm going to use this Romantic shade here. Again, just tapping in it. Dabbing it off. And I'm going to start in this inner corner, because I really want my eyes to be brightened and pop in that corner. And what I'm doing is I'm just blending it right into that crease on the opposite end, not going all the way over like I did on the other side, not going all the way over. Just blending it into that crease halfway in the middle, creating that nice little blending effect right in the middle, like an ombre effect. And I'm actually going to bring it across my crease or across my eyelid a little bit and meet again in the middle, because I don't want to lose that dark that we put on the outside, creating kind of an ombre effect. See? Now I'm going to go back in with my blending brush, back with Blissful, and just kind of go over the whole thing, blending it all together. All right. And that's a very simple eye look with just one palette, our Addiction palette number 2. Okay, next. I'm actually going to take my brush and go up and make it nice and straight. Voila! Okay, now we're going to do mascara. This is the fun part. Now, ladies, I mink on a daily basis. If you haven't watched me before, I'm going to show you what minking is today. I absolutely love it. I do it all the time. It makes my eyelashes pop even more, but the nice thing about Epic Mascara is that even one coat is going to make your eyelashes stunning. stunning. This is literally magic in a tube. I'm just rolling it around, kind of warming it up a little bit, getting it kind of moving around. So I'm going in with my Younique Epic Black first. And we're just going to do, oh shoot. Girls, we didn't do our eyeliner. Okay. For heaven's sake. I need eyeliner. I do. Otherwise my eyes don't look like they're finished. So we're going to go in with our Precision pencil. I always pull my eyelash a little bit. I know I'm weird, but I like to have it nice and taut, and it helps me get my eyeshadow, or helps me get my pencil nice and flush and straight and taut. So we're just going in with black eyeliner this morning. Our Precision eyeliner pencil in black. Perfect. All right, now let's try this again. Epic Black. The first coat I like to go in and I just kind of like to push my lashes around, get them nice and separated, get them defined, get them into the shape, you know, get them nice and separated and primed. Working from root to tip, just kind of slowly gliding out so that they can separate, they can kind of naturally curl. Okay, so you can already, got to get my Q-tip, clean up my little mess right here, which happens pretty much every 30 seconds. Okay, so you can already see one coat makes a huge difference. A huge difference. Look at that. Okay, we're going to go do the same on this side. Root to tip. Slowly just pulling out to those ends so they can be nice and defined, nice and separated. They'll naturally curl this way. There we go. She takes selfies of mascara faces. That'll get some hits, folks. Okay, so that is the first coat of Black Epic Mascara. Now, we're minking. I like to mink on a daily basis just because I like extra smashing, stunning lashes, but you definitely don't. I mean, obviously, first coat already looks amazing. I'm going in with my Brown Epic Mascara. And we're going to go just on the tips of our lashes. Again, kind of just going slowly towards the ends, middle to the end of the tip of the eyelash. Just creating definition and extra length on those lashes. Because I want to show you the difference, I'm going to mink this eye and then go back and mink that eye. You can already see how different it is. Okay, we did brown. Okay, we did black, root to tip. We did brown halfway through the tip. Now we're going back in with our black and we're going to do the same thing, root to tip. Just bringing those lashes slowly out, really defining them, getting them separated. Voila. Okay, ready? This is one coat of Epic and this is minking. Look at that difference. Isn't that amazing, ladies? Oh my gosh. Love them. Okay, we're gonna mink the other eye now. Again, we did the black, root to tip, brown on just the mid to the tip. Kind of just working those lashes out. Slowly bringing that wand through, separating those lashes. Hello, everybody. If you're watching, drop a hey. Drop the hashtag WMWM for wake up and makeup on Wednesday mornings. I'm going to start coming to you guys live twice weekly. Wednesdays we're going to be doing, you're going to just hang out with me in the morning while I get ready. We're going to do a daily makeup. Saturdays we're going to do kind of a sassy Saturday, and we're going to do a going out look, right? Mine will probably be just so I can walk around the house, but maybe one day I'll have like something to do on a Saturday. Now I'm just taking my brown because I like having kind of a basic look on my bottom, and I'm just tapping the lashes on my bottom. I'm not necessarily really brushing them. I'm just kind of tapping them because I just like a little bit of color down there. I don't want them to be like wildly prominent. And that's why I chose the brown, because it still gives me the definition of the lashes, but it's a little bit lighter. And again, just kind of go in with my Q-tip and clean up anywhere I touched my skin. So that's my mascara, ladies. Now, we are done with our face. I mean, I'll have my lips, but I like to go in with my Behold setting spray and just spray my face. And the nice thing about it is, like, I've had collars. We have our collars from our winter coats. My makeup does not come off. It does not rub off. It doesn't, you know, when I'm holding my head like this, it's not rubbing off. So we're just going to spray our face with our setting spray. So when that dries, we're officially set. Now, today for lips, we are going to do, I have a wild addiction to splash lipstick. Today, I'm going to go in with my Plush lip liner and just define my lip. If you want to accentuate your lips, just do the middle. Do the top, your top Cupid's area and your bottom lip. You don't want to do the whole thing, otherwise you're going to look like you have collagen and filled lips. I already have bigger, puffy lips, so I don't over define at all. But we're just going to line our lip. Sorry, folks. Can't really talk through lining your lips. Okay, so we got our lips lined with our Plush lip liner. Now I'm going to go in with, what should we do today? The options are outstanding. I've got so much. I think I'm actually going to go in with Subtle today, because we are doing just kind of like a simple everyday look. I'm just going to go in with my Splash Subtle lipstick. And I like that this brush is nice and defined and has a tip, because you can kind of go in and define where you need to, but I just start in the middle, working my way out. Blending into that lip liner. Voila. Now today, I think I'm going to brighten it up a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Lucrative Lip Gloss in Lucid. Just give me a little shimmer. Voila. Get all that off so you don't have it on your teeth later. Tips the tricks, ladies. I've been doing that since high school. Okay. So now we have our face on. Our face is done. Voila. Okay, now I gotta fix the hair. The hair comes next, but we'll do that later. Okay, so thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you can come back and visit me again next week. I'm going to try and do this from now on, twice live, twice weekly. Wednesdays, wake up and makeup on Wednesday mornings, hashtag WMWM. Saturday is going to be Sassy Saturday, so hashtag Sassy Saturday. We're going to do kind of a funner, like funkier look on Saturday. So drop a comment, say hey, use the hashtag for me. If you're catching it later on because it is so early, drop the hashtag replay. And thank you all for jumping on and joining me and watching this morning. So have a fabulous Wednesday, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.